Hey guys, it's Kavetta. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a minute since I've been on. Just so much has been going on. I know first thing you see is like, oh my god, you're here. So I chopped it all off and bleached it, toned it, and ended up with this color. So yeah, that's the new do for the summer, and then I'll figure it out after that. But yeah, so what's been going on? Where are we? What are we doing? It's been a crazy couple of weeks. One of the last posts I made, I was telling you about me being in the hospitals, just health issues that I had to work out before I left. So our stay in the US got extended by a lot of weeks than we were counting on, but it was good to be there. We had our family, doing all that and just taking care of what we needed to take care of. Trying to get my ducks in a row some more. Are all my ducks in a row? No, they're not. Will all my ducks ever be in a row? Probably not, but I have enough ducks in a row to continue, doing what I wanted to do. So, the few ducks that are just stragglers doing their own thing, that's fine. I'll get them in line one day. But we're in Spain. We are now in Madrid. If you're on Instagram, I posted about that we're here. Just enjoying the city, getting to know it. We're not here for very long. We're not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. We're just gonna be hopping around. We're gonna be fast traveling for the summer, and then hoping to slow down and slow travel, stay somewhere for a couple of months after the summer. So stick around, stay with us, and hop with us, see what's going on. So let me tell you guys all about coming to Madrid. It was a whole mess. I mean, it's me. What do you expect? It's gonna be a mess. You see Khalil's laughing. He's like, yeah. So the mess started. I mean, I've been looking at the, requirements, what you got to do, who needs vaccination, who needs negative COVID tests, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what happened in the, let me just say this first, okay? Y'all need to check every single day, every single hour to see what changes have been made for where you're going. Because with COVID, things are changing so rapidly. You look today and tomorrow it's a whole new thing. So that's what happened to me. Okay, so yes, I got the vaccine when I went back to the States. I'm not gonna go into all of that, but side effects are real. Extra stuff happening are real, just, yeah. So, I figured, I knew that certain places I would be able to get in. And then it says, kids would be able to get in with vaccinated parents, blah, blah. And then Spain changed to Americans just needed the negative PCR, COVID test, which is a PCR or the antigen test. Okay, fine, right? So I scheduled the test with CVS. Went to CVS the day we're leaving because it's 24 hours and we're leaving that night, getting there the next day. And it was on it was Monday. So they didn't have anything going on a Sunday, so I couldn't take the test on Sunday. It had to be Monday because Saturday would be too many hours between that and when we landed. So it would be invalid, right? So I set the test for Monday, got there, and they're like, oh yeah, we stopped doing the antigen test. We can only do PCR. A new PCR takes 3 to 5 days. And I'm like, are you serious? I selected this location because I wanted the antigen test. Nowhere else was doing antigen test. And of course, if you do it CVS or wherever, certain pharmacies, it's gonna be free with your insurance and all that. Nothing. So the airport, they do the COVID test. So I'm like, okay, fine, that's whatever. I'll just do it at the airport. Me, I still didn't check the day off leaving to see if we needed the test still or anything like that. Got to the airport, $79. I checked with them again. I'm like, we're going to Spain. What kind of test do we need? She checked up on her phone. The antigen test is fine. I'm like, okay, 15 minutes to get it. $79 times 3. Because even with Paris, it was saying vaccinated still needed the test. And I'm like, so, it was whatever. I'm doing it. I paid the $79 each to get the test. So, yeah, so that was that. Then we took Iberia. It's a part of British Airways, or it was operated by British Airways, something. That line was long. Everybody and their mama was going to Spain, okay? Full packed plane, and everybody was there checking in. It was like 3 people checking people in. You couldn't use the kiosk or anything like that. You couldn't check in online. So it was a whole mess. We got there about 3.5 hours early before the flight, and by the time we got checked in, they were boarding. That's how long it took to do everything. It was crazy. So what I forgot, and what you need to remember, and like I said it, and I put an alarm. I literally put an alarm to do it, and still, you know, missed it just because I was going, doing so many things at once. You have to have a return ticket, okay, or an exit ticket. I was gonna buy a ticket the same day, you know, cancel it, blah, 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 whatever. There's places you can buy tickets, onward tickets. I just was gonna buy a regular one because you have 24 hours if you want. I'm not telling you to buy a ticket and cancel it. I'm just telling you, if you want, you have 24 hours to change your mind. So I got up to the, you know, check in, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, so where's your return ticket? And I'm like, oh, crap. With everything going on, I totally forgot my return tickets. So I had to come out of the line, come out of where she was checking us in. I went on American because I remember American always does it 24 hours, but I think it's a US thing, a US government thing. You have to always, well, all the airlines, you have 24 hours to cancel. So I went on to American, bought 3 tickets to return from Madrid to Fort Lauderdale. It was $1,000 and change. $1,000. I'm like, whatever. It's just gonna be pending. Fine. So we got checked in. We got on the plane. Yay. We got to Madrid, right? So when you're coming to Spain, you have to fill out a app. I think they have the website too, but there's an app you fill out. The SPTH, Spain something health form. And you put in your flight number, your seat number, your passport info, and all of that good stuff. And it will give you a QR code. And that QR code you'll take when you get off the plane to give it to immigration and all of that. So we got off the plane, we sat down, I did the QR code because I couldn't do it before because we didn't pre-select our seats. I didn't buy any seats. I just wait until check-in. So of course, you know, like I said, it was so long, so late checking in. By the time I got checked in, it was time to go on the flight, on the plane. By the time we sat down, it was time to take off. So I didn't have any time whatsoever to fill out the QR code because we just got our seats and sat down. So when we got to Madrid, I just sat down in that little area, filled out all 3 forms. You know, it didn't take really long. We just had to hop onto the airport Wi-Fi real quick because T-Mobile is tripping, and that's a whole nother story. So then we went through immigration. What I'm now realizing was immigration, because I came to the hotel and wondering if immigration is here, because that was crazy. So we went up to immigration. You know, I think he said hi, hello, something in Spanish, but it was literally one word. I gave him all 3 passports, which was stamp, stamp, stamp. Gave me back the passport, said something else while he was talking to the person beside him. And we went. There was nobody in line. The lines were just going like that. They asked for American passports and they were sending people somewhere else. So of course we went to where the American passport line was. It was super short. People were just going through. And I'm like, okay, that's it. He didn't ask many questions. What are we doing? Tourism, we're chilling, working. Like, why are you here? Who are these kids? Like, nothing. Like I said, he said maybe a hello and a goodbye. Stamped the passports, and we went through. So I'm like, nah, that's not immigration. It can't be that easy. Like, it can't be that easy, right? So then, and that airport is so big. We took trains, planes, automobiles. We walked and walked, and escalator forever to get through from one side to the next. So we walked, you know, and then we got to another section and we're like, this is where they're gonna ask us for the COVID test. So we go there like QR code, put up a QR code, scan for each child. All right, bye. And I'm like, okay, there's another section they're gonna ask for the you know, the test results. But when we look, we're out of the airport. We did not need the test. The test I spent $200 and something on. We didn't need it to come to Spain. And I'm not telling you that you don't need a test to come, because like I said, everything just keeps changing just like that. So still look where you're going, check every single day to see, because I just wasted $200 and something and it still stings. Like, it's gonna sting for a minute, because that could have bought me some food, some wine, some cheese platters, and so yeah. So that was the adventure. Oh, I think that was the last thing. No, taxi. So I knew we were going to take the bus, right? Or the metro. I looked at the metro station and I knew the name. So like I knew the name from before we came and everything. And just, I think just with everything that was going on, I'm like, let's just take a taxi to get to the hotel and just forget about it. The metro would have cost us, I don't even know if it would have been $5 each. So maybe $15 total. Less. It would have been less. It would have been so much less. But I'm like, yeah, let's just get a taxi because it's a long day. We left at 10:45 Florida time and arrived 1:30 Madrid time, which was like 7-8 Florida time. So yeah, it was a long 9-hour flight. It was crazy. So $35 for a taxi from, it was 10 minutes away. I'm like, I know it's not $35. I don't speak Spanish, just a couple words. So, you know, he knew what he was doing. So I wouldn't recommend taking a taxi. Maybe Uber. There's Uber here. If I had the app, I would have probably done that. But the bus and the train system so far, that's what we've been taking. We've gotten lost. You see that in an upcoming video. We're just going around. But the system here is super easy to follow. You know, if you're not slow like me, you can follow it, and it's super inexpensive. So I would just say go with the bus or the train and you're fine. You don't even need to take a taxi. So learn from my expensive lessons to pay attention, double check, triple check, every single second. Just keep checking because things are just changing and moving super fast. Iberia, let me talk about the flight, because I know sometimes we're like, what kind of, you know, what is it that like? I've never taken Iberia or British Airways, so I didn't know what to expect. It was the big old plane with the middle aisle. So, you know, one of those Airbus. We got dinner, which was pretty good. And we got breakfast, which was pretty good. So, you know, I enjoyed that. We paid $231 each for the ticket. It was one way. And we got breakfast. And I think that was a really good price. It was straight from Miami to Madrid. $231, 9-hour flight. I think it was less because it cut down. I don't know how, if the pilot found a shortcut and took us to that shortcut. But yeah, the flight was good. I don't have any complaints. So we got our blankets and pillows and, you know, yeah, drinks, coffee. They were giving out whatever. We got our earphones. We wanted to watch TV and all that. So it was a good flight. I have no complaints, and for the price that I paid, I thought that was super awesome. I think the prices are going up now because, you know, everyone is traveling, things are opening up, so that's gonna happen. And then let me see what else was going on, because it was like a ton of stuff just going on and going on that one day. Oh yeah, so me, you know, I'm last minute because that's just who I am. I don't like to buy insurance. Well, just not insurance for health or travel. It's more of insurance to insure your flights and whatever. And I don't like losing money. Like, as you can tell, I'm still mad. But I always book my hotels last. And I kept watching just to see if things are going to go up or things are selling out. But like I said, you have to keep looking. And the hotel that I was watching, it was staying about the same. So I was like, okay, fine. I booked the hotel, and that evening Chase canceled, and they're like, oh, is this fraud? Is this you? Press yes, you know, type yes, whatever, and you have to rebook. So I said yes, and then I rebooked. Before we got on the flight, Chase canceled the hotel again, my charge, and they're like, yeah, is this you? And I'm like, yes, it is me. I said it's me already, it's me. So I don't know what Chase was on, but they just kept canceling the hotel. But it's a lucky thing the hotel had the booking. It was just the charge they were canceling, but the hotel still held the booking, which was good. So when I got here, they had 2 bookings for me, so I just canceled one and left the other one. So at least that was good. So check with your bank, and I called them to let them know, you know, I'm going out of the country. Do not cancel my charges. So far, I haven't had any issues. So yeah, the hotel is great. We, you know, it's adequate. We like it. It has what we need. And we're just gonna chill. So yeah, that's coming to Spain. That's traveling full time. Things are gonna happen. I'm just laughing about it. Nothing happened that was, you know, traumatic or super crazy. You know, I did lose money, time, a little bit of brain cells, but it's nothing that, you know, would make me not want to travel or not want to do what I'm doing. So I'm still grateful. I'm still thankful that we have the opportunity to be able to do this. So I'm just letting you guys know the message. Just double check, triple check. And even if you think everything is perfect and you think you have it all laid out and planned, things will happen. You just have to go with the flow. And that's it. You can't let one bad thing ruin your entire trip. We're going to be doing this for a while. So I know things just going to happen. And it is what it is. That's what I always say. I'm like, it is what it is. I can't change it. So yeah, come and check out Spain with us. Ah, so excited. So excited. We're like, are we in Spain? Are we? Okay, ow. Are we really in Spain? So we're gonna chill for a little bit, have some fun, check it out, see what's going on. So come join us. And I left my camera right before Corona hit the first time in 2020. I bought a camera. It was one of those Canon M50s or whatever. At the time it was like $700. I hardly used it in Mexico, and because, you know, the phone is just so easy to just walk around with and whatever. So I hardly used it in Mexico, but I'm like, okay, since I'm gonna be doing this, you know, moving around and doing it more, I'm gonna use my camera. So I packed, you know, I bought a whole travel tripod that opens up to, you know, how many feet tall and blah, blah, blah. I bought a big old memory, you know, SD card to use. I bought, what is it about? Like, I bought a lot of stuff for the camera, a lot of accessories and everything this time around. Left the camera. I brought everything else, left the camera because I had to stop before going to the airport, ate food, said bye to everyone, got all excited and walked out of my sister's in-laws house. Camera is still in America. I'm over here. I wanted to really use the camera. But I'm gonna see if I can ship it though, and it's gonna be super expensive, but I think I want my camera. I want to start using, you know, since I bought it, might as well start using it. But yeah, so it was a trip of a trip. It was one hell of a day, but we're here, we're safe, we made it, everything is okay. So, you know, gotta be thankful for that. Oh, and I want to say thank you to Brittany and Dawn for buying me coffee. There's the link down there if you want to buy me a coffee. Well, now we're in Spain, so buy me a glass of wine. I will take that. The kids are in love with their orange juice. Fresh squeeze orange, like the orange, put the orange in the thing, spin it around, fresh squeeze orange juice. If you want to buy us an orange juice or a coffee or some wine, the link is below. Thank you guys that have done it so far. I appreciate it so much. You guys make me smile. Yeah, subscribe, hit the bell. So see, I don't even know where the bells are. Hit the bell so you're notified every time we make a post, and I'll be posting a lot again because we are on the road and going. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that and come check out the world with us. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.